The ancient Egyptian pyramids are one of the most enduring images of the ancient world. But why were they built? Hey there, welcome to my channel. Today we're answering the question, why were the Egyptian pyramids built? The ancient Egyptian pyramids were built over a span of 1,000 years from around 2600 BC to around 2000 BC. Much of what we know about pyramid construction comes from an 8th century BC text called the Pyramid Texts, which was inscribed inside the pyramids. This makes sense since they are huge and impressive, and you'd want a big impressive tomb for the ruler of Egypt. Plus, many of the pyramids were built near major cities where the pharaohs lived. But this theory has some problems. The flat sides of the pyramids would have made them easy to defend, and they would have been visible from miles away, a warning to any potential invaders. There's some evidence to support this theory, such as arrow loops that were found in the stonework, as well as a moat and a causeway that were likely used to block the approaches to the pyramids. For example, the interior chambers of the pyramids are very small, much smaller than the burial chambers of later pharaohs, to show the rest of the world how rich and powerful Egypt was. This theory is supported by the fact that the pyramids were built at the entrance to the Nile Delta, so anyone coming into Egypt would have seen them first. The largest of the pyramids at Giza, the Great Pyramid, was also the tallest man-made structure in the world for over 3,800 years. That's a long time to be no one. Also, archaeologists have yet found anything in the pyramids that would indicate that the pharaoh's bodies were ever placed there. Some believe that they were meant to represent the primordial mound from which the Egyptians believed their world was created. We don't know for sure, but hopefully this video gave you something to think about. If you'd like to learn more about ancient Egypt, click here to watch this video. Thank you for watching. Others believe that they were built to honor a particular god, or that they were used as a temple. It could be that the bodies were placed in the center of the pyramid under the massive stone that forms the apex or top of the pyramid. But this is just a theory. These writings tell us how the pyramids were constructed and some of their purposes, but it doesn't explain why they were built. Again, this makes sense because many of them were built near where the pharaohs lived, and the Great Sphinx has the face of Pharaoh Khuf, whose pyramid stands in front of it. But again, there are problems with this theory. If you've ever been inside of a pyramid, you know that they're not really great for living in. They're dark and dank and full of creepy. Also, most of the pyramids were built farther out from the cities, making them more fort-like than palace-like. So let's explore a few theories. That's pretty impressive. And during that time, over 100 pyramids were constructed. But we're going to focus on the 3 main pyramids at Giza, the largest of which is the Great Pyramid of Giza, the oldest of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Archaeologists have not discovered any written records explaining why the pyramids were built, but they have found some clues in the form of other artifacts. One theory is that the pyramids served as tombs for the pharaohs. Another theory is that the pyramids were built as homes for the pharaohs. A third theory is that the pyramids were built as a fortress. Some archaeologists believe that the pyramids were meant to protect Egypt from invaders. A fourth theory is that the pyramids were built as a symbol of power. And finally, some archaeologists believe that the pyramids were built as a religious structure. So why were the pyramids built?